guys, welcome back to Project Castaway. It's a brand new day, the sun is rising, and we have found ourselves on a brand new island that has a ton of stuff to explore and get into. But first things first, if you guys remember what happened at the end of part 2, we made our way away from the starter island that we crash landed on in our seaplane, made the world's crudest rafts, grabbed all of our supplies, loaded them up, somehow avoided sharks like that one right there on our way over to this new island, and now we are starting kind of fresh in a way. But I know I said that I may want to build my permanent place of residence here on this island, but I think I may have been getting ahead of myself a little bit. I want to see what this island has to offer first before we make that decision. And honestly, this island way over here in the distance caught my attention first, and it kind of still has my attention, given the fact that it's got a man-made structure on it, the lighthouse, and some really cool like rock-shaped arch formations. I don't know, this one might be worth exploring a little bit more, but for right now, what I want to do today in this episode is take my time and kind of comb through this island and see everything that it has to offer. So first things first, let's take a look at our vitals. What do we need? Our water is good. Our sanity is good. Let's see. Let's go ahead and eat some food. I think we got some cooked meat in here somewhere. There we go. That's probably going to go bad before the day's over. So let's go ahead and just eat that up. And that'll take us to full. We'll leave that. Let's go ahead and grab some coconuts too. How do we eat these again? Okay, we just do the same thing. And that should give us some extra nutrients. So yeah, at the bottom left, if you guys can see, we've got our food, but we also have to kind of diversify our diet a little bit. And make sure that one is not lacking over the other. So we need some nutrients like the coconuts. I think you can eat ginger too. And then meat and stuff like that fulfills like your protein. So we're looking pretty good, honestly. It's almost 6:30. So what I want to do is I want to comb the beach, because before I get into the island, I want to find bug repellent. If you guys have watched the first 2 parts, you know that we have been ran up on and attacked viciously, might I add, by everything from hornets to tarantulas. I think there were some other like stink bugs. There's just all sorts of like animal life, obviously, but specifically insects that want to take us out. Ooh, no kidding. It's right here. Well, that's convenient. Bug repellent. I'm not going to use it until we actually get to the island or decide to make our way there, because it's not infinite. It does not last forever. And it doesn't last very long either. Ew, like this stink bug. They won't attack you, but they're just gross. Get out of here. Definitely want to use it by the time we get to the edge of the beach. And honestly, right now, I'm just kind of trying to figure out which area I want to enter in on. Kind of just want to go see if there's any like points of interest that I can see from the beach, because honestly, I'm scared of what awaits me here on this island. The last one, the scariest thing that we had to deal with, I guess, other than tarantulas, was the Komodo dragon, and that thing was on the beach. But this one has a lot thicker vegetation, and the foliage is much thicker, and basically there's a lot more room for things to hide. Okay. Oh my God, like that. That's why I want bug repellent. Just look at the size of it. I don't know anything about hornets in real life, but I pray. Oh, hello, Mr. Komodo. I pray they don't get that big. I'm sure wingspan wise they might, but that thing looks like it's out of Jurassic Park. It's crazy. All right, so we got a Komodo dragon over here. Honestly, I'm going to pick up stones too every time I see them. I don't know why, but stones seem like a harder thing to find than they should be. Let's see. Okay. All right. Ooh, there's another. Yeah, there's so many little islands around here. That's the one I was just talking about a second ago. That's the one that we spawned in on. And then there's this one over here that looks really cool. I don't really know how many there are. I mean, I don't know how big this world is, but, for being early... Oh, wait, what? Is that a plane? I was going to say, for being early access, this seems pretty expansive. Oh, that is a plane. Okay. I found my entry point. Here's where we're going to come in from. Here's the side that we're going to come in at. Okay. Hello, Mr. Seagull. Just the island is so alive with wildlife, which I know is like a obvious kind of thing. But when you see it up close and you're just kind of experiencing it, it kind of takes you back a little bit. Okay. Bug repellent time. Let's go ahead and get that on. I'm not trying to mess with anything that wants to sting me and or inject venom inside of me. Oh my goodness. This plane is huge. Wait a minute. This is like a full-on like commercial sized plane too. This isn't like a, little private seaplane like the one that we crashed in on. What are you? Cooling unit. Oh my gosh, look at the size of the engine. That thing is huge. Weird. I'm like this right here. This is giving me major Lost vibes. And I know I've made that reference several times, but it's crazy. I wonder how this thing came down. I wonder how this thing crashed. Found a blueprint for a plane engine. Yeah, sure. Let me just whip one of those up right after I finish crafting some spears. I know you can make a plane, I think, in this game and like get off the island maybe, but obviously we are very, very far from that. I think we're only in like day 2 of waking up on this island. I mean, again, look how thick the vegetation is. I can't make out anything on the ground. That's why I put the bug repellent on, because if a spider did decide to run up on us, I would not be able to see it. Not unless they hit a little clearing like this. Inventory is full. Okay. No worries. Let's read the sticky note. You found Logan Harper's note. Okay. I'm not going to read it right now, obviously, because we're kind of in the middle of something, but I will in a little bit. Cooling unit. Again, I don't know what these little parts are for. Oh, man, this thing got torched. Big, good-sized plane, though. Got some more blueprints over here. I'm kind of just scanning because I really, really don't trust this island. This is a much, much larger one than the one that we came from. I just feel like anything could be hiding, waiting to pounce. You found a blueprint for a meat smoker. Okay. Smoking some schmeats, huh? Interesting. Ooh, look at that scorpion. See, that's what I'm talking about. Right there is exactly what I'm talking about. How's our bug repellent? Okay, we got a quarter of it left. It does not last long at all. But that's what I'm saying. I would not have seen that thing if I didn't have the bug repellent. And even if I heard it coming, I wouldn't be able to see it and do anything about it. How high up? Ooh, can we get all the way up here? I want to just... This is really dangerous and stupid, but I like to imagine we're being very careful about this, and I want to just scout the land before I do anything, before I go further. See what kind of things I can see from up here, even though, of course, it's starting to rain. Hopefully I'm not a beacon of lightning. I don't think I have anything on me that would attract electricity or lightning. Okay. Wow. This island is much bigger than I thought it was. Big points of interest, though. Obviously, this plane, and then that tree over there. And I thought there was another one on the other edge that kind of caught my interest just because of how out of place they looked. But, man, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, well, let's make our way back down. I kind of scouted a little bit, didn't see anything, so no worries on that end. Let's see. I kind of want to see if there's anything else on the plane. Oh, I might have just broken my ankles. Oh, we're all right. We're all right. We eat jumps like that for breakfast. We're fine. Let's see. Did I discover this area? No, I did not. The front of the plane. Okay, more blueprints. Zephyr seasoning and what else? That's a moolah sack. I wish. Mulch sack. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Can I find something that helps me find better weapons? Perhaps made of the stone variety. I feel like these wood weapons are not going to carry us very far at all. Yep, and our bug spray is gone officially, so wonderful. Oh my god, hello Scorpion. Get away, get away, get away. Oh, I've been really lucky catching these things kind of in open areas like this, because for the most part, obviously this is pretty thick land here with the greenery. I'm not even gonna harvest a scorpion. I don't think a scorpion would have anything that I want. Okay, well, now the sun is coming back out. That little storm didn't last very long, thankfully. I'm gonna head over to this tree up here and see what it has to offer. Where was it? Yeah, right up here. Doesn't look weird. I mean, obviously there's going to be a tree on this island, but it does look out of place with everything else kind of looking tropical. The palm trees, you know, the banana plants, the aloe vera plants. Somebody told me about the other one in the comments called a monstera. No, is that the font? I don't remember. It starts with an M though. Oh, look, another note. Okay. It starts with an M though, and it's a common houseplant too. And after he's saying that, I looked it up and I recognized it. So, but yeah, that tree back there just kind of seems out of place. Come on, give me the note. Logan Harper's note. Okay. Like I said, we'll probably go back to base at some point and read all these notes and just get caught up on everything. But I just don't remember who Logan Harper was. I remember our Uncle Seamus left all the voice recordings for us to read or listen to. But I don't know if I remember who Logan Harper is. Ooh, this is cool. Look at the roots. It's crazy. It looks like the Mind Flayer arms. Oceanic seasoning. What is that? Like some Old Bay? Protectzyme spray. I really hope that helps with more than just bugs. Maybe that's for the Komodos. Anything in here? I was kind of half expecting to see like a little nest or something in here. That seems like a spot for it. Okay. Well, let's keep looking around the island, shall we? I know I've said it before, but just graphically, this game is gorgeous. It looks so good. You know, again, performance-wise, it runs really smooth, but I mean, even just in a thick, dense jungle, I'm just going to call it a jungle. I know we're on an island, but even in a thick, dense jungle, you know, everything just looks super crisp, super clear. All the plant life looks wet and like, you know, it's just rained, which it did. Oh, look, there's another island over there. But just like all of this, it looks so good. It looks really, really beautiful. And I cannot wait to see where this game goes. I hope that it gets the funding it needs because I think this game could be something really, really special. But let's continue. Let's keep pushing. Let's go on this side of the island. If I'm not mistaken, our little base camp. Ooh, I hear the scurrying. Where's it at? Oh, get away from me. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, God, I can't see it. No. There you are. There you are. Ooh, I hate that. The sound effects, too, of the wildlife is crazy. Just a little chittering and chirping and scurrying feet. Ooh, I hate that. We've got some cliffs over here. Interesting. Okay. I mean, so as far as like discoverables, not much over here except for that plane. I know we haven't gone like full. I'm kind of doing the perimeter first before I go truly in the middle. Oh, we got another. Okay, I thought there was another tree like this. We got another blueprint. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, that's a skeleton. Who is that? I just saw that foot. I thought it was maybe just the leg, but nope, there's a whole body attached to it. What did you have blueprint wise though, sir? Hornet repellent. Nice. I wonder if that lasts longer than the bug spray. Small metal shelf and bone meal sack. Okay. Interesting. Anything on you? Ooh, what is that? Another plane part? Microprocessor. Dude, I don't know what I'm going to do with all these pieces. I literally, I don't have the capacity to do anything with those at all. And it's already 4:10. That is I think I said this in other videos, but that's my biggest gripe with this game is the way that time passes. It's so fast. When I started this video, which according to OBS was 14 minutes ago, it was 4 in the morning. So 12 hours has passed in the course of 14 minutes, which is a little bit crazy in my opinion. Okay. I'm going to just do a little bit of a quick dive into the center part. Get out of here, seagull. Into the center part of the island before making my way back to base and kind of figuring out what I want to do. But so far, where? Get out of here. I hate the scorpions. So far, there's nothing on this island that makes me want to stay. Especially after I get ran up on by scorpions like that. Now I can't see anything. Oh, I hate this. I mean, I'm just going to stop here real quick. Look at the upper right-hand corner. I'll zoom in for you guys. I mean, I get when it's nighttime, it probably picks up, but, you know, why does the sun have to set? And why, like, you guys just saw how it switched up. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. That's another reason that makes me think maybe this is kind of Lost adjacent, just because, what is that? Oh, small stick. Okay. Lost adjacent because nothing really makes sense. Time is just an illusion here. Oh, there goes my other ankle. Good Lord, I'm cooked. Let's see where this spits us out at. Ooh, got another quest item here? Okay, we'll go ahead and check that out. Logan Harper's note, view note, and journal. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to head back to base real quick, which we're literally right here. And by base, I mean my palm frond bed on the beach. And we are going to read some of these notes. And then we're going to go back to the island. Once it gets light out, we'll probably just get some sleep and start over. It's just annoying that the day is so quickly, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and read some of these notes from Logan Harper. Let's see. Logan Harper's notes. Part 1, The Crash. Date, September 1st, 1985. If you're reading this, you must be as desperate as I am. Name's Logan Harper. We were flying thinking everything was fine until that storm hit. The plane went down fast, faster than you can imagine. The stench of burning fuel and charred metal is something I'll never forget. Wreckage is scattered across several islands. I survived, but barely. When I came to, the stench was overwhelming, and the sounds of children crying cut through the chaos. Oof. It's been 2 days since the crash. The plane is still smoking, too dangerous to go near. I found a few other survivors, a woman and 3 kids. I haven't bothered to learn their names yet. They look at me like I'm supposed to save them, and I resent it. Their fear is palpable. The kids' constant crying pierces the air, and the sight of their terrified faces smeared with dirt and tears makes my stomach churn. Right after the crash, I stumbled upon the wreckage and bodies. The sight and smell made me puke, the acid taste of bile lingering as I tried to gather my senses. My short-term memory is shot. I can't remember where we took off from or where we were heading. It's all a blur, and I have a nasty concussion, and my head feels like it's splitting open. Only the long-term details stick. My wife, my family back home, their faces are etched in my mind, a cruel reminder of what I've lost. I miss them terribly. The loneliness is suffocating. Man, so that was part 1. That is a crazy concept, though. And one to think about, you know, being the pilot, you crash a plane. If you meet survivors, they look to you like you're the savior, like you're the one that has the master plan, literally just because you're a pilot, just because of your occupation, which is a crazy concept to think about because the pilot is going to be just as scared as everybody else. You know, they're trained on how to fly planes. That's what they're good at. They're not trained in survival situations or how to handle something like that. So I don't know. That would be crazy to be the pilot in a situation like that. All right, almost 10 p.m. We got time for a couple more notes. Let's go ahead and read these before we get some sleep. Part 2, The Struggle, September 7th, 1985. It has been 6 days since the crash. My head still throbs from the concussion and the short-term memory loss is maddening. I have to rely on the woman. I've overheard her name is Claire. Oh. And the kids more than I'd like. They seem to think I'm their leader, but I can barely keep myself together. The stench of the wreckage hasn't faded. Every time I catch a whiff, it brings me back to those first moments, to the bodies and the blood. I'm trying to piece together what happened, but everything is still a blur. The kids cry less now, but their eyes are filled with a silent plea I'm not equipped to answer. Claire is doing her best to keep the kids calm. She comforts them, whispers reassurances. It's admirable, but it feels pointless. We're strangers thrown together by fate with no idea how to survive this place. I miss my family, but thinking about them feels like a luxury I cannot afford right now. I've noticed Claire watching me. She wants to talk, to make plans, but I avoid it. I can't afford to get attached, and I notice cuts and bruises on the children and can't help but wonder if they will really make it here. If not, I'd rather avoid further heartache. I've managed to build a fire for us and some palm beddings on the floor. It's not much, but it's something. We found some food amongst the wreckage so far and have been sustaining ourselves, though I worry about the rations. Claire keeps saying they'll find us in no time, but I have my doubts. Still, her optimism is a small comfort in this madness. That's nuts. So Claire, that's a big note. We might have to read that one in the morning. That is crazy because I was kind of wondering who Claire was. It just seemed like a one-off bottle. I think it was one of the bottled notes that we found on the first island. But yeah, Claire was just a survivor. And, you know, obviously in the notes, she seemed a little bit whiny, which maybe I'm being insensitive because she was stranded on an island. But that's crazy that she was with Logan Harper, who I'm assuming was the pilot of this plane. I mean, maybe it was a different aircraft that crashed, but crazy stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get some sleep so it's daylight. And then I'm going to read maybe the last note, or maybe I'll save that for the next night. But then I want to go back to the island, explore a little bit more, and figure out my next step. So let's see here. What do we want to do? 12 a.m. Honestly, let's just do 4 hours. The second I see the sunrise, which is like right before 5, I'm going to wake up. We don't need a ton of sleep. And there it goes. Look at that pink sky. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, again, guys, just look at this. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. If we weren't stranded on an island with things that wanted to kill us left and right, you know, this would be very picturesque. Somebody's Instagram would be popping with pictures from here. All right. How are we doing on everything else? I mean, vitals look good. Only thing that maybe we need to top up on is water, but can't touch these because they're stagnant. So if it rains, you know, we'll have to come back. But I'm going to make my way up the beach to see if I can't find some more bug repellent, and then we'll head back into the island. Actually, one thing I'm going to do first really quick is I want to make some more arrows, which I think I have everything on me I need to make them. So I have no idea how many of these I can make. I'm just going to keep crafting until I run out. There's 2. There's 3. And okay, we're short a feather, which we got them back at base. But how many do we have now? I think we should have at least like 5 or 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe. 7 or 8. I'm not entirely sure, but better than 4. And I'll be honest, I'm not really sure if I'm a bit... Ooh, got another note here. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the bow and arrow. The drop is pretty crazy. You know, and quite frankly, I kind of would prefer to stick with the spear. I feel like damage-wise, it probably does the most damage compared to the spear, but the drop is pretty hard to get used to. Ooh, there we go. We got some more bug repellent. Hell yeah. Love that. Okay. And that was right where we... Okay, so we had it right by our base, and we also had it right here, ironically, but... Okay, I'm going to go back up to the plane because I want to make sure I didn't miss anything around that area. And I also want to go, obviously, to the right, probably. I want to make sure I get every note on this island. I don't know if the notes generate based on when you find the other ones, if that makes sense, but I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Because once we leave an island, I mean, it's not hard to come back, but I want to fully explore everything before we do that. So, first things first, bug repellent, apply. We're going to be good for a little bit. Secondly, let's head back up here. Now that it's daytime and it's not overcast and raining, I do want to jump up here on the wing or on the tail, on the fin, and see if I can see anything from up here. Because it started raining last time. Everything got a little bit cloudy and dark. I couldn't quite get a good visual. So let's go ahead and head up here. Nothing that's catching my eye. I mean, it doesn't look like there's any other big things either. Like this plane is obviously probably the biggest thing and the main thing here on this island. But when you get thirsty though, or you get hungry, your vision starts to go a little wonky. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's like that chromatic aberration on the sides. It really does throw you off. I feel like I can't fully concentrate. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, no way. Oh my God. Dude, we were just there 2 seconds ago. I mean, it's strangely kind of beautiful, but oh my God. I'm not messing with that. Oh, headshot. Oh my God. Is that a leopard or a jaguar? I can't tell. Okay, 2 for 2. Oh, I can't tell what it is. It's moving too fast. How many arrows are you going to take? The answer was 6 maybe? 6 arrows? Maybe 5. Oh my gosh. Oh. Is there another one? Is it one of those things where if there's one, there's more? Oh my God. Oh, it is a leopard. Okay. Oh, don't worry, leopard. I'm going to harvest you for sure. Can I make some pants out of you? Is that insensitive? I mean, we're probably just wearing a loincloth right now. Oh my gosh. Grab all of it. Take it all. All of it. Take it. The meat, the bones, the femur, the skin, the fur, all of it. Oh, my heart is thumping. I am so happy that we saw that up on top of the plane. That is exactly why I wanted to get up there and scout. Not necessarily because I was looking for threats. I was really trying to look for landmarks. I can't even talk. Oh, but if something like that ran up on us, I wanted to be able to see it first before it saw us. Oh my goodness. My cheeks are flushed. My heart rate is high. That's crazy. Oh, what is this? Did we miss this? Power cell. Again, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with these parts, but okay, well, I had a feeling that was the case, but there are more important and more dangerous things to worry about on these islands than Komodo dragons and tarantulas. That is probably the biggest threat that we've come across up to this point. But let's keep exploring this island. I know there's some other stuff. There's got to be... Oh, there we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to miss this stuff. What is that? Nothing. Ooh, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little on edge right now. Red sticky note. Okay, how many of these notes do we have? I'm just going to kind of follow this general path. Our bug spray wore off, so I'm going to have to be a little vigilant about keeping my ears open for more of those little scurrying critters on the ground. What is that? Datura. Is that how you say that? Datura tree? Hold on. I got an axe. Where's my axe at? Ooh, it's at 3%. Okay. I think any plant life we come across, we're going to need to use the shovel to dig it up. Ooh. Yep. I hear you. Ooh, get on. Come on. You're not going to follow me up here, are you? That is a huge scorpion. I mean, thankfully they don't take much to go down, but again, coming across one with the ground looking the way that it is like this, terrifying. We headed back to base real quick because we literally were right there, and it's starting to rain, so I need to get some water. We are so dehydrated, it's not even funny. I had to get rid of that little visual effect too. Okay, we're going to eat this cooked meat too. Let's see, what else do we got? Raw meat, we got raw meat. I mean, I have a feeling the raw meat's going to go to waste. We got the cooker over here, but let's go ahead and drink this. Put that back on the ground, and we should be good for the time being. Okay, back to the island. I'm going to check back in with you guys once we come across anything new. If we come across another note, I'll rope you guys back in. But for the most part, I kind of just want to see what's left here before we make our next step. Just kidding. I came back to base and it's already 4 p.m. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. I might just read through those notes again. But I wanted to make... Wrong thing. I wanted to make a new axe, or the stone pickaxe. So there were like some granite rocks over there that looked like they could be mined. And I just wanted to make sure we could do that. I thought we might be able to do it with the axe, but I think we need a stone pickaxe. So we're going to go ahead and make that. Okay, so it looks almost identical, except it's got a sharper front. So we're going to be able to mine those the little nodes over there. Let's go ahead and do that. I want to run over here and see what we can get, because if I can help it, I would like to start making better quality tools, because the stone axe does not last long at all. And the next step up is a granite axe. So like these little nodes right here, I think we can tear down, right? Oh, this is copper. Tin. Okay, wait, hold on. I definitely know I saw granite in one of those. I think it was the one over here. But yeah, I want to make some higher quality tools, because I don't want to have to keep harvesting stuff, because that takes a lot of time. You know, and it's kind of hard to craft those tools over and over and over again. I guess it's not hard to, but it's annoying to have to do that. So I would like to have better quality stuff if I can help it. Okay, right here are those two nodes I was talking about. I think they both are granite, and it's starting to get dark. This is crazy. I really wish they would change that. If they do anything, I hope that they change that. This is chipping away at our pickaxe. This thing better get destroyed here soon. Oh, up top. Okay, there we go. One more. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we can just kind of pick at this? Okay, that is actually kind of cool. It's destroying our pickaxe, but I guess that's kind of the point. One more knock. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Granite shards. Okay. So, with that being said, now we should be able to make... Actually, I don't know if I have everything on me, but the granite axe. Where's the... Right here. Granite shards, rope, small stick. Okay, we need a small stick. Oh, wait. No, we don't. I've already got it. Okay. Hold. Okay, I can't hold it because all my stuff is full. You know what? We can always make another wooden spear. Let's just go ahead and drop this for right now. We can come back and get it if you want. There we go. Okay, this thing looks a little bit more fancy. This thing looks a little bit more sturdy. So I wonder what the durability is like on this thing. It's got to be better than the stone pickaxe, right? I would imagine it would be, but let's go ahead and get back to base. I think I'm going to make a fire, or at least light up the barrel fire. Cook some meat. That way we have some food tomorrow morning. And then, ooh, hello, Mr. Komodo. Just don't mind me. Just passing. Okay, okay. All right. We really want to do this? You kind of look funny when you run at me, actually. How many arrows are you going to take to go down? Oh, just 3. It looks like. Sheesh. All right. R.I.P., Mr. Komodo. You made me do it, though. I just want you to know that this was entirely your fault. Rain's starting to come down pretty hard, and I kind of wish that we had like a drying rack. We might need to make one of those, but again, I don't know if I want to make something that I'm not going to be able to fully utilize if we're not going to build our home here, which I think I've decided I don't want to. And again, I know I said that I was going to, but after kind of walking around this island, there really wasn't much here. I think the first one we were on was cooler than this one, but I really do feel strongly about that one over there, so I think we're going to do that first. But obviously, before we head that way, I think we're going to make a brand new raft from scratch, which shouldn't take very long. And we're going to have to kind of figure out how we want to take all of our resources. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did in the last island, where I walk around the perimeter, gather everything that is to be gathered on this island that we can take with us resource-wise, kind of load it up into our little storage bin here, ideally on a bigger raft, make another sail. That way we can go over there fully stocked and ready to go. But let's go ahead and test out this new granite axe. We'll chop a tree down real quick. I want to see what it does to the durability. And then we'll get those sticks, put them in the fire, and cook some food. I mean, it looks like it goes down by 1%, whereas the other one went down like 3 or 4 with every hit. I mean, it doesn't chop any faster, but as long as the durability is better, I think that's all that matters. Break down these large sticks so we can get some small ones. We are wiped. Oh my goodness, our stamina is not recovering at all. Can't sprint. No big deal. Hello, Mr. Crab. I'm about as fast as you are right now. Okay. Let's add these sticks in here. Let's get this fire started. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and add some meat on here. Raw meat. I would assume that if this goes bad, I think that just fell off, by the way. I would assume that if this went bad, it would say like bad meat or something, right? They wouldn't let me just cook bad raw meat. Hopefully it would tell me that it's rotten. I'll grab these off once they're done cooking, and then I'm going to read that other note from Logan Harper. Let's go ahead and pull that up right now. Where was that at? Over here, Logan Harper's notes. Okay, part 3, reality sets in, September 15th. It's been over a week since the crash, and reality is starting to set in. The initial hope that we'd be rescued quickly is fading. The food we scavenged from the wreckage is running low. I've started rationing what little we have left, but it's not going to last much longer. Claire, a 26-year-old medical student, has been doing her best to keep everyone patched up. With the first aid supplies we found, she was on her way back home to Chicago. The kids, Tommy, age 9, Jake, age 7, and Emma, age 5, were on a trip to visit their grandma. Their parents didn't survive the crash. Oh, so they weren't her kids. Okay. Today I spent most of my time searching the wreckage again, hoping to find something we missed. I managed to salvage a few more cans of food and a couple of bottles of water. It's not enough, but it's something. I also found another first aid kit, which we desperately needed. My head is still pounding, but at least we have some basic supplies now. Claire and I finally had a serious conversation about our situation. She wants to organize a search party to look for more survivors and supplies. It's literally just those two, is it not? I'm reluctant to leave the crash site, but she's right. We can't stay here forever. The plane is still too dangerous to go near, with smoke and occasional small fires flaring up. Staying close to it isn't an option, but venturing into the unknown is just as terrifying. Facts, there's leopards here. The kids have started crying again, their initial shock giving way to fear and hunger. Every little sound sets them off at night, making it hard for any of us to sleep. They no longer believe Claire when she tells them we'll be rescued soon. It's heartbreaking to see the hope drain from their eyes. I began to think about how we'll need to adapt to survive here long term. The idea of building a more permanent shelter and finding sustainable food sources is becoming more urgent. I've decided to keep a journal to record my memories in case I start to forget more. Good thing I packed one. Every night, the sounds of the island grow louder, the wind through the trees, the rustling of leaves, and the distant calls of unknown animals. It's unnerving. I lie awake staring at the stars, wondering if anyone is looking for us. I try to remember more about the flight, but it's all just fragments. My wife's face is the only clear memory, and it feels like a lifetime ago. I don't know how much longer we can hold out like this, but we need a plan, and we need it soon. Tomorrow, we'll start exploring beyond the wreckage. I hope we find something, anything, that can help us survive a little bit longer. Okay, that was part 3. I'm not going to read part 4 right now. So we need to get some sleep. It's almost 3 in the morning. The witching hour is approaching, and we need to get some sleep because our sanity is not doing well. So let's go ahead and sleep for, you know what? We're going to go ahead and sleep for 5 hours. Hopefully that tops us up a little bit. 7 o'clock. We've got about a quarter of our sanity back. Okay, everything else is looking okay though, so I think we'll be all right. So I kind of walked around the rest of this island and I didn't see anything else like super important. I wasn't getting any like notices that there were notes nearby or sticky notes or anything like that. And I'm wondering if Logan Harper's notes, like the rest of his quest line, is on some of the other islands, because obviously we're only at 38%. The bottle notes were at 30, radio tower. So I'm sure that we just have to find the rest of these kind of scattered throughout the rest of the map. I didn't see anything else on this island. If I did miss more, we can always come back. But I think for right now, what I want to shift my attention and energy into is building a new raft, and one that we can use more than once, that ideally will take us to the rest of the islands that we want to visit. So I think I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to put more sails on it. And I think I'm going to do a different base too. So robust industrial crafted base, 2 metal barrels, 2 old tires. Do we want to do a tire raft? I don't know which one I want to do. I know for a fact I can find the metal barrels, but I think we used one to make our little thing. All right, let's do the tire raft base. How about that? Okay, we just moved down to the beach a little bit. We didn't do anything too crazy, but I did just rebuild it because everything that I was finding, like the barrels and the tires, were all over here. I didn't feel like lugging them all the way back to where we started. So here's what we're working with. We've got one of the tire planks in the middle here, surrounded by 2 of the regular ones that we made. But this time, like I said, we're going to have 3 of the sails. So hopefully this does move a little bit quicker. And we'll try and strategically place our storage chests so that we're not overloading one side. So we're going to need 9 logs, 2 tires, 10 cloth, and 13 large sticks, which should be very, very easy to find. Let's go ahead and just pop the first tire in here right now. Boom. And then the other tire is just over the ridge here. Hello, Mr. Komodo. Don't worry. I'm leaving your island very soon. You're not going to have to worry about me at all. Tire number 2 popping in. Boom. Okay, perfect. Now we just need cloth, logs, and large sticks. I know some of you had left comments on my first or on my second video about kind of how to make the raft work efficiently. I don't know if it can get top heavy or if it can get lopsided due to weight on one side or weight imbalances. I think that there is a lot of updates that are happening right now, specifically with the raft and like the crafting and how they work. That was something that I kept seeing in a lot of the patch notes for this game. So I don't know. I'd like to think that it's realistic in the sense that if we overload one side, it's going to be a little top heavy on that side, but I don't know if that's actually the case. All right, so we slept through the night. Now we're chopping down some logs. I had to get my stamina back because it was getting pretty brutal trying to do that. We also grabbed a bunch of cloth, so let's go ahead and get that finished up. So now we need some logs and large sticks. But yeah, had to sleep the night off. Had to get like 12 hours of sleep, but now our stamina is looking good. Energy levels are high. And we're just going to work through some parasites, but it's no biggie. We've been through worse. Ooh, what is that? Scorpion. Hello, buddy. Coming to the beach, are ya? I think not. I should probably get my spear out. Axe will do the trick. All right, back to chopping. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we officially have our moderately upgraded raft. Yeah, this thing kind of looks like the other one, to be completely honest with you, but I'm hoping with the 3 sails and the more even distribution of weight, that this thing cooks a little faster than the last one. But honestly, I'm not going to get my hopes up. It looks cooler, but now we need to create some new storage spots. So I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. Huge. How big is huge? Huge. Wow, is huge. You know what? I'm going to take a gamble here and hope that it doesn't affect the raft. I don't think that that's something that's in this game. I think what I was seeing the last time was just like a little bit of a visual bug. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put this here. We're going to try and get it in the middle as much as possible. And the way that I'm justifying this is that if I'm standing in the back of the raft, I'm offsetting the weight that's in the front with this thing, right? We're going to go ahead and put you right here. Yeah, so if this thing, even if it's full of stuff, I'm standing right here. I want to make sure I can actually use it. Okay, yeah, perfect. So I'm standing back here, and I'm probably, you know, maybe 160, 170 pounds. Probably not, depending on how long I've been on this island. But yeah, the weight should be evenly distributed if I'm in the back and this thing's in the front. So what do we need to craft this? Okay, so we just need metal sheets now, logs, and large sticks. I'm going to check back in with you guys once I have all those materials. All right, well, we got all of our logs in here, so now we just need large sticks and metal sheets, all of which I think I have back at base. But instead of running back and forth, I'm going to be smart about this, and I'm going to lower the flags, and I'm going to go sail this around the corner of this island where my base is at. Plus, I've been being stalked by this Komodo dragon the entire time I've been running back and forth with my logs. So let's go ahead and test this out. Fingers crossed. I really hope that this works. I mean, obviously we don't have anything in here yet. The thing isn't even made completely. Let's get these raised up. A little janky. Okay. We're looking good. Maybe? We can't go backwards, and now we're snagged on a rock. All right, I'm going to have to do some manual adjusting here. I just don't want this thing to take off on me. There we go. Okay, now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. All right, this seems like a good place to stop. So let's get off. Let's shut these sails. And that is going to stay there. So let's go ahead and grab those metal sheets. We'll put that in before we do some stick searching. I don't know if I have sticks or not. Those are water. Ooh, the water's fresh. Okay. Hell yeah. Let's go ahead and drink that then. Might as well. Okay, guys. Well, it's almost 4 in the morning. We've been grinding, getting this storage chest put together, but it's officially done. and it doesn't look like it's dipping too much. So fingers crossed it holds up on our adventure to the new island over there. But as we've been making the storage container and our raft, we've kind of cooked through all of our resources that we brought with us to this island. So aside from like these 2 metal sheets, this is all like rotten meat and a couple metal scraps, and we'll take these tools for sure. We don't really have much else to take with us. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some sleep, top off on food in the morning, run up and down the beach and just grab things that I might want, like extra bug repellent, cloth, rope, stuff like that. And I think we're going to set sail for our new island. All right, moment of truth. We're going to start loading some stuff in here because I'm going to go up and down the beach and just grab some random things that I see. But I want to make sure that I got a clean inventory before I do that. So let's pull this thing out. Just hope things don't start dropping. There's going to be no rhyme or reason for this, unfortunately. It still sketches me out just dumping everything in here like this. I feel like I need to diversify my little area over here. I kind of expect this stuff to just snap in here, but it really doesn't. But when you close it, I mean, everything stays in. Nothing fell out on our trip over here in the first draft, which was much more poorly made than this one. So I'm hoping everything is good. Okay, let's just shut that, I guess. Let's go ahead and grab some stuff along the beach. Okay, we got our tools on the beach. Let's go ahead and run up and down and see if we can't get some more stuff. I don't really know. Oh, wait a minute. Stone hammer. Wait, I tried hitting this earlier with my axe and it didn't do anything, but we can hit it with a hammer? Oh, plastic. Wait, what? Look at all the equipment and stuff we just got. Wow. I feel like there's going to be a lot that goes into rebuilding the plane for sure. But I thought the stone hammer was literally just for crafting stuff, like building. I didn't know we could actually use it to break stuff. Okay, that changes the game a little bit. What about this fan? Ooh. Again, I don't even know if I... Wow. I don't even know if I need all these parts, but I'm going to take them. But yeah, I don't really know if I need all those electrical components. Now that I know that we can find them on the fan, I guess I didn't really need to pick the ones up that were by the plane, but it's good to know that we can use the stone hammer to break it up, because I thought we'd need a higher level like axe to do that. Let's see what this stove gives us. Anything big? This one takes a little bit more. Durability is pretty good too. We've hit this thing like 6 times and our durability isn't going down once. Oh my goodness, look at all the metal scrap. Okay, hold on. I think I'm only going to take down like 1 or 2 of these big things because I can't imagine we're going to need all this right off the rip. All right, guys, we're back at the raft. We have made our way around the entire perimeter of this island. And we found quite a few things, actually. Not anything really in the way of supplies that like are super crazy. We just got some more cloth. We basically just found a lot of the stuff that we needed to replenish after making like our raft and everything in the storage container, but picked up some extra screws, a circuit board. We got some more bug repellent, which is nice. We also found a bottled note, and I think it was another message from William Hargrave. So we'll read that here in a little bit. Power cell, glass, metal scrap, thermostat, and another thing of screws, but nothing too crazy. But we also found a bunch of other sticky notes from Logan Harper. So again, I don't know if we need to like 100% this. We're at 69% now, so I'm assuming if we found like 2 or 3 more. I just don't know if they're all on this island. So, you know, I don't know that it really does anything as far as a quest goes. I think there's only one true quest, and that is opening the little container up there from Seamus, who is our uncle. So I'm not really sure, but I don't really want to stick around on this island any longer. I'm going to go ahead and depot all this stuff. We're going to get some sleep, and then we should be good to set sail first thing in the morning. All right, rise and shine. It's a new day. The sun is shining. It's not raining, thankfully. The skies are clear, and now it is time to head to our new island. So I'm going to pop this open so you guys can see just the monstrosity. There's no organization in here whatsoever, but with inventory systems like this is kind of what you get. So I'll spend some time getting it all organized once we get to our new base, but I think I got everything that I want to take with us to the new island. So let's go ahead, push this in the direction we want to go, and we should be good to set sail. I really, really hope that this thing makes it to where we want to go. Literally right in front of us is a shark, and I hope he doesn't mess with us. I know a lot of you in the comments said that the rafts are susceptible to taking damage, whether it be from sharks or the waves or just the weather. I feel like I've made this as sturdy as possible. The weight is distributed evenly, at least in my eyes, so I don't know. I hope we're okay. I will say it's kind of crazy that when we woke up, the sun was shining, everything was perfect, and it feels like the second we get out here, the waves get choppy, the weather changes, but it just goes to show... Oh my god. Ooh, that wave was huge. I was going to say that it just goes to show you how quickly the day's plans can change based on the weather. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to lock in and get this to shore. I'll check in with you guys in just a second. Ooh, okay, so we got the island up here on our right, and I still can't tell if that's a lighthouse or what that is. It doesn't really look like a lighthouse. I mean, it's shaped like one, but I don't know. The skies are starting to clear up, though, thankfully. And I think I'm going to set up shop over here where this little rock formation is. I'll make sure nothing dangerous lives over here first, but I don't know. It looks really cool. And after looking at it, I think this island definitely was closer than the other one. This looks like a good place to dock. This is going to be our little beach. And I'm going to build my home right in that little archway. Home sweet home, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Okay, I'm a little sketched out about that cave right there. I'm not going to lie. But for the most part, this looks like a good place to set up shop. And this island looks huge. Oh, man, this is way bigger than the other ones. Okay. Ooh, just look at that. I love that. That looks so cool. Aside from the little bug or crab that's over there, this looks so good. Okay, cool. I'm excited. Let's start offloading stuff. Okay, guys, so I had a moment of clarity when I was pulling up to the shore. I realized that there were no trees around that little formation. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my base over here, and I did offload all my stuff. I'm going to look absolutely psychopathic right now, but everything is organized and grouped based on what it is. And I'm sure I will come up with a better system to keep it all organized. But for right now, this is how I'm going to have everything set up. We do not have a lack of metal scrap or stone shards, but I built a little bed so that I could save and so that I could sleep here temporarily. And I built a little fire because my body temperature dipped really, really low. And I got a warning that said I needed to warm up a little bit. So I got this fire built, which will hopefully keep me warm for as long as I need to. But it looks like my body temperature is slowly rising. So we are officially now on the island that we are going to build our base. I think I am out of time for part 3 of Project Castaway, but in the next part, we are going to build the base. That is the only thing that I'm going to do. We're not going to explore. We're not going to read any notes. We're not going to look for anything. We're not going to get involved with any fights with big animals or big cats or anything that wants to kill us. We are going to build a big shelter. So that is what we're going to do. Our fire just went out, so hopefully our body temperature doesn't start to dip. But yeah, this feels like a good place to end it, and we'll get back into crafting at the start of part 4. So as always, thank you all so much for being here. I cannot wait to see you in the next one, but until then, just survive.